guys, so today I thought I'd get on my soapbox a little bit. I don't do this often, but I have. Cameraman's laughing already. I guess I do get on my soapbox a lot, but I just want to talk about Botox, specifically preventative Botox, because I see this being discussed often. Some people call it preventative Botox, or they call it baby Botox, and it's really being marketed a lot. If you just Google preventative Botox, you'll get tons of articles why it's so great for your skin. And I want to talk about why you shouldn't do preventative Botox and why you should avoid it. First of all, I just want to do a little bit of math. Calculating, assuming prices don't increase. So some dermatologists, Allergan, the maker of Botox, some people are recommending you start getting preventative Botox at the age of 18 and do it up until you start to get wrinkles, and assumingly for the rest of your life. Because if you're going to do it preventatively, are you going to stop? Because you're probably going to need it anyway once you get older. So assuming you start getting preventative Botox at the age of 18 until the age of 40, when you actually start aging, well, you age a little bit earlier than that, but assuming you get to 40, it's 22 years. I assumed Botox costs about $500 a treatment, and I didn't calculate or factor in any price increases, assuming over the span of 22 years it will go up in price, and I assumed that you get it 4 times a year. That's just rough assumptions. It may be more, it may be less. Price might go up. Probably will, obviously, in 22 years. So I'm just assuming that as a safe number. So that cost would be $2,000 a year, assuming there's no price increase. Because, yeah, they're not going to increase the prices, right? Especially if demand goes up. So assuming $2,000 a year for 22 years, that total is, without interest or anything else, $44,000. I'm just thinking over 22 years, if you invested that, or put it in real estate, or put it in bonds or whatever, stocks, probably not bonds right now, $44,000 is a lot of money. And especially, you know what, if you're rich and $44,000 isn't a lot of money, then don't even listen to anything I have to say. But there are other reasons not to get other than just the cost. But $44,000 you've invested over 22 years, I think in the long run that could add up to a lot, especially investing in like real estate or something like that. But let's say you don't have a problem with money. There is no research showing that long-term Botox starting at the age of 18 prevents wrinkles. There's just no studies on it. There is anecdotal discussions, there's talk, there's advertising, there's people saying, oh, I started at this young and I don't have any wrinkles. There is no actual study or research. In fact, there's more research showing that it could be negative in the long run than do anything to prevent or stop wrinkles. Could this not just be brilliant marketing by Allergan? I mean, to open up their customer pool, probably double their customer pool. I mean, you open it up from people 45 and up doing it to from the age of 18 and make them customers for life. Is that not brilliant marketing? I mean, and now we hear about it everywhere. Preventive Botox, baby Botox, make it sound so much more friendly, baby Botox. So they're opening up the market to add millions of new customers, which is brilliant. And especially the offices that do it, or, you know, the medical offices you go to do it, also make money in that deal too. Just doing a little research, I think the unit dose for Botox is about $15 a vial, and most people will need multiple vials, 10 vials, something like that. So the one thing, though, that I have researched is continued use of Botox may also actually result in muscle atrophy as well as drooping, especially if you do it around the eyebrows. So continued use of it may actually make your face look droopy and may make it look more aged than it does to prevent anything. I'm not necessarily saying nobody should do Botox. There are side effects to it. It's not like the safest thing. People make it sound... It is pretty safe, but there are some side effects that are researched. And if you hit certain veins, and if you have somebody inexperienced dispensing it and injecting it, it can be a problem. It's pretty safe, though, so most people won't have an issue. But personally, I think, as preventative, I think you're much better off investing in finding a good sunscreen and using it every day. I do wonder, while these people are doing preventative Botox, if they're using sunscreen every day, because in the long run, that's more proven to really prevent aging than preventive Botox. There's just no studies on it that show it actually prevents wrinkles. And their thought is, well, if you start Botox when you're 18, you won't even use those muscles, so those muscles won't even start showing up, which I'd love to see a study that proved it, but there really isn't anything other than anecdotal evidence from people that use it. Using SPF every day will do more than preventative Botox. Botox can address texture of your skin. It can address tone. It can address firmness. It can address plumpness. But SPF will prevent hyperpigmentation. It can prevent just overall sun damage. SPF, using that every day is going to be much better than preventative Botox. And there's other things you can do to prevent aging. In addition to sunscreen, using a good L-ascorbic acid serum every day has been proven to increase collagen production. Collagen is what keeps your skin looking young and prevents wrinkles. So using a good sunscreen vitamin C serum every day is going to go, in my opinion, lengths and bounds further than preventative Botox. So just drooping is a big thing. Drooping of the upper eyelid, the eyebrow area, muscle weakness. Some people get swelling in the eye area from Botox. So I personally believe preventive Botox is a big marketing scam, unless I see some actual studies done over the span of decades. And when did Botox become popular or really available? Probably 2000. So they probably could have done this study by now. But there isn't any study. So, I mean, unless you have money and you don't mind doing it, or if you have migraines, I get it. And, I'm not saying don't do it. If you want to do it, great. I'm just saying sunscreen will go further than preventive Botox. And I really do think some of it may just be a money grab. And you know what? When you're talking about this industry, so much of it is just a money grab. So anyway, I just want to talk a little bit about that. And I'm more interested in hearing your thoughts on it, because there's so much out there saying to get preventive Botox, and it's being thrown in your face. And I think it's important to say that there's not just one reason to do it, because everyone's telling you to do it. There's just no proof. There's no study or proof on it. So I'd rather wait and see some studies and proof and go from there. But there's more, in my opinion, to maybe argue going against it and just doing L-ascorbic acid and sunscreen every day. And obviously a good retinol and things like that will also help. But I mean, if you think about it, one of these Botox treatments, assume it's $300 to $500. You could buy one of those, the laser thing I have, which I use regularly, and I think that helps a lot with fine lines or wrinkles. Or you could put that $500 towards a facial, or I don't know, something else. Just think about it. You can invest it. You don't have to get Botox. And just because everyone else is talking about it, I just don't necessarily think it means it's the right thing for everybody. For some people, it may be great, but I think it's better to be thought of and be conservative with what you do than get too excited and spend all your money on it, especially with everything else going on right now. So anyway, I'm interested in hearing from you guys what your thoughts are on it. Or if you do it, what are your thoughts on it? What's your experience on it? So definitely leave a comment. I don't do Botox, but it's always out there. If I do it, I'll definitely share it with the channel. I'm not against it. And, if it makes you feel better, that's the most important thing. So, but if I do it, I'll share it with you guys. I'm scared of needles myself, but at some point, I'd probably try it, and I think it'd be interesting for the channel. So anyway, leave a comment. Love hearing from you guys, and stay tuned for more tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.